So today we are going to do a chunk destroyer automation. Basically, the chunk destroyer will mine the ores and the ores will automatically get processed and stored in our storage system. Let's begin. So to do that, we are going to need these following things, including the backpack. So let's get started. First, we'll place the chunk destroyer down. We don't want it to mine the chunk it is in because we are going to set the ore processing stuff around it. So position it in such a way that it doesn't mine the chunk in which the chunk destroyer is in. If you're not sure how to ensure that, you can just enable the chunk borders with F3 plus G. It's gonna mine that area, which is fine. We just have to make sure that the entire processing system is in one chunk, so you don't have to force load multiple chunks at the same time. Then we are going to do not place the power source, because as soon as you will place the power source, the chunk destroyer will start mining and it can complicate the building process. Secondly, just turn this off. What this does is, even if you place the power source, the chunk destroyer will not start unless you click on the start button. So make sure you do that. Then we'll place our unobtainium furnace. I'll recommend to at least get to the obsidian or netherite furnace, and then you can upgrade it to all the modium, vibranium and unobtainium. This furnace is just one stack per tick. It is pretty good at handling all this load. Then we are going to add speed augment and factory augment, so it uses power instead of coal. Then we are going to set up the backpack. So chunk destroyer will upload all the mined ores into the backpack, and then we are going to filter them into our storage system. For that, we are going to use pipes. So we'll just connect pipe like this, disconnect it from there, and then another pipe from above backpack, just like that. We'll disconnect this because we don't want the items to get mixed up. So what basically we are going to do is, the raw ores will get pulled to here and smelted at the same time, and then they will go into our storage system, while the other things that are not raw ores will get pulled from that pipe and will directly be stored in our storage system. We are going to add this to our ender chest. Make sure to set the output and auto output. You don't need auto import, but auto export should be on. We are going to use an ender chest to connect to our storage system, so we don't have to build it near this contraption, or even in this dimension. You can have it in the overworld. This is the mining dimension. You can have it in the overworld. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to increase the capacity of this ender chest by just shift right clicking the ender pearls. Now it can hold up to 27 items, which is good. We'll just set up the XP module to gather us XP, and void module, we are going to add the stuff that we don't want it to collect. Chunk destroyer doesn't actually collect dirt or netherrack, but it does for some reason collect the end stone, and if you don't want it, just put it in the void module and it will void the stuff basically. So now we are going to add the ultimate pipe upgrades, because as you can see, they transfer a stack per tick. So we are going to add this. It doesn't matter what distribution is. Now we are going to add the filter tag, which will be forge raw materials. So as you can see, it loops through all the raw materials, raw smeltable materials that we can find during mining. And we are also going to add another tag. We are going to add these tags because sometimes the veins are too big and they contain these block of raw iron, as you can see. So to filter those as well, we are going to use this tag. To check the tags, you just have to press F3 and H. It shows you all the hidden tags as you can see, and when you hold control, you can see all the tags that an item has. So the raw iron and the blocks of raw iron, like raw stuff, is going to get smelted, while the other stuff will go that way. The easiest way to reconfigure these cards is just to put them in your crafting grid, and as you can see now both of them are configured for items. So we'll add one here and we'll add another one here, but we'll blacklist it because we don't want the raw stuff going this way. So we are going to blacklist it. Next, we are going to build our storage system. So let's get started with that. For this, I am using functional storage and the compacting drawers from functional storage because it will allow us to store them in form of nuggets, because most of the recipes do require ingots, nuggets and blocks. So it's much easier to store them in these drawers rather than crafting them every time you need them. We'll just link them to the controller and we'll lock them because we don't want any other items to go in those drawers just yet. And then we are going to connect our ender chest. Just go like this, and a pipe upgrade because we want the fastest way. So basically our system is done. This is all you need to automate the ore processing and ore mining of your chunk destroyer. You might be tempted to double or triple or even 5 times your ore using mechanism or occultism, but because you are going to get tons of ores when you are going to mine tons and tons of chunks, it doesn't really matter if you just don't process the ore because you're gonna get infinite ore, so it doesn't really matter in grand scheme of things. So I just started the chunk destroyer. Now it's gonna overflow very quickly. We have locked the drawers, so it cannot push items into drawers. As you can see, it already started to overflow. So what we are going to do is we are just going to add the stuff as we go along. So redstone and here we have a block of, now like I said, we can sometimes get the raw blocks, so it's much better to just go like this. Once we add a nugget, it turns into ingots and blocks, so we can use all three of them. We have inferium as well. As you can see, we have inferium and we have a bunch of stuff coming our way. So I'll just arrange all of this and I'll show you the final end result. I accidentally forgot to add an upgrade here. Furnace is stuck. Let's add this as well. And should start clearing soon. I have almost filled all of the things that needs to be gone somewhere. I also forgot to add upgrades. You can just add a lot of copper upgrades. You can basically have infinite storage, so you don't have to worry about them overflowing the system anyway. One more thing guys, you cannot just pull the items, I guess, from the side. You either need to do it from the top, like so. Welcome back guys. As you can see, the things are started to flow. We have arranged our drawers. I added some copper upgrades to increase their capacity so they don't overflow. As you can see, now we can store 21 million diamonds, and I also added void upgrades so it doesn't clog up the system. These are some of the ores that we don't need. In fact, the sapphire, meteorite, and ruby, because these are useless. They are not used in any crafting recipe. So what you can do is either you can add these in the void module here, or you can add an extra void upgrade in the netherite backpack, which will void these ores for you. And as you can see, it's processing our stuff very well. Nothing's getting stuck other than these ores, and everything is automatically going into our system. Now all you have to do is just add an external storage or external storage bus uh, from refined storage or AE2, and you can access all these ores in your system. So this way you can automate your ore processing and ore mining use of the chunk border in all the mods 8 and 9. Thank you so much and for further automations, and stay tuned for more automations. In the next episode we are going to discuss about the best ore processing in all the mods 8. Thank you.